Let me tell you about the one thing that the Thermapen has that blows out the rest of the competition. The Thermapen is one of the most accurate pinpoint location thermometers for food on the market. You can see here, if I put the tip of the Thermapen on this ice cube, it measures the exact temperature of the ice as it came out of the freezer, right around 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The reason this is because the Thermapen takes its measurement from the tip of the measurement probe itself. Here I'm about to pour in some hot water on top of the ice cube and show you why this is important. This allows you to measure the temperature profile through the medium that's being tested. Most other food temperature probes take the temperature average along the entire length of the measurement device because of the thermal conductivity through the entire length of the probe because it's all metal. What makes this so special is that this measures only the temperature at the very tip and it neglects the rest of the temperature along the length of the probe. So you can see here as I dip this into the hot water, even though this probe is touching the hot water and the cold ice cube at the tip, I'm only measuring the temperature of the ice cube itself, not of the hot water surrounding it, which is incredibly impressive when you think about that. Because these probes are designed to absorb heat quickly so you can get a good temperature measurement, problem is that you end up getting an average. So technically, even though I've got 150 degree water and a 32 degree ball of ice in here, if I were using a normal standard probe, this would average between the two. So it would be somewhere about 80 degrees. But as you see, as I move the temperature probe through it, I get an actual temperature distribution of the entire liquid and solid medium, which is critical when you're talking about measuring temperatures for doneness, especially if you're looking at internal temperatures of 165 Fahrenheit to make sure something is safe to consume. Here's a great example. If I'm taking a temperature measurement of something and it's reading somewhere around, say, 220 degrees Fahrenheit at the surface, but the center is only 100 Fahrenheit, then if I'm using a traditional probe, if I stick that probe all the way into the center, I'm going to get an average of those two temperatures, which means I'm going to measure 160 when in fact the center is not at 165, which is the safe temperature. So you might be thinking to yourself that this dish is done. Whereas when using the Thermapen, the great thing is that as I move the probe through the material, I get a temperature change that is instant, it's accurate, and it's NIST compliant. That's the National Institute of Standards and Technology, which is the same level of standards that they use when they're designing spacecraft. This pen is amazing, and any chef who does baking, cooking on the stove, cooking meat, cooking candy, anything that requires a super precise temperature measurement, this is the tool that you need. It is absolutely 100% worth it because you will know for a fact that every dish that you're making is going to be at the right temperature and cooked exactly as intended. You're never going to have to worry about burning your caramel. You're never going to worry about your dishes being undercooked in the center. This is the device that you need. I highly recommend it. You definitely need to check it out.